This is wild. Shevchenko expelled from Spanish team championship after phone found in toilet. I'm going to link this article. You can read through it yourself. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially 22-year-old GM was expelled from the 2024 Spanish team championship with his draw against this Grandmaster, and his win over this other Grandmaster turned into losses. He was not at the board for extended periods of time regularly, and they got suspicious. They're like, where's he at? Like, what's he doing? And I guess the one guy followed him and it found him in the bathroom. And here's where it gets really interesting. He's in the bathroom. He's waiting for a particular stall when there's an open one right next to it. You know, you're in the bathroom. There's multiple stalls. If one's taken, you go to the other one, or you find, whatever. Why would you wait for that particular one, that particular stall? Well, because there's a phone in there with stockfish on it. That's why. Now, he denied everything, and I guess there's still an investigation going on, but it's pretty obvious based on what happened. It's kind of hard to explain why you're waiting for that particular stall. The phone is in there. His moves, we're going to talk about his moves in a second. That's kind of the not as obvious part, but you're standing in the bathroom waiting for the stall. I mean, come on. Like, now, it's even more interesting. I'm going to skip these games just for a second. I want to show you this. On October 8th, this is titled Tuesday. Guess who wins with 10 out of 11? That's a great score against the top players in the world. And you know who had something to say about this? Kramnik. This is what Kramnik posted on X. He's underlining all of Shevchenko's games and the accuracy. 94.9, 95.7, 91, 96, 92, 94, 96. You know, a lot of people like to give Kramnik a hard time, but can I just say he might be onto something? I mean, this is kind of mind-boggling. This is a 22-year-old Grandmaster who you would think is at the prime, right? 22 years old, you're probably at the peak. You're playing some of your best chess, I would think. Why do you need to cheat? Why do you need to cheat? This is just mind-boggling. Like, people give me a hard time too, because when I play my rapid games on Wednesdays when we live stream, I get suspicious a lot. Maybe that's because there's so many people cheating like everywhere, even Grandmasters. I can't even talk. Let's look at the games. So this one, he's playing as black, okay? And his opponent got suspicious around move 6, okay, which is right about here. And you'll notice, the time usage right here, there's this 5-minute gap of time. Now, I'm not a Grandmaster, but it seems to me like H6 is one of those relatively straightforward moves that you could probably play kind of quickly. I don't see any crazy tactics or anything you have to be worried about. But he spends 5 minutes. And then one of the things that I noticed about these games is he kind of avoided these super crazy tactical positions where like there's only one winning line and Stockfish says that you have to like sacrifice your queen and then you do this and you get this checkmate in 17 move, some sort of like weird thing like that. Like he steered the game into these sort of like almost even kind of like there's multiple good moves that you could play. And I was noticing like he wasn't ever playing the top Stockfish move. I mean, not sometimes he did, but a lot of times it was the second choice. It was the third choice, but he still kind of kept the advantage. And actually in this game, his opponent actually just got a draw against him, which is pretty impressive. I mean, you're playing against Stockfish for half the game. Now, I don't know which parts of the game was Stockfish, which parts of the game was just this other. I mean, he's a Grandmaster, so he's able to play like decent chess without the engine too, right? That's why it makes it so tricky. But essentially, he gets the rooks on the second rank, abandons the pawns to infiltrate with the rook, and somehow White was still able to hold on, which is kind of crazy. But you get this rook and knight ending, and it was actually a draw. Okay, interesting. Here's the other one. And there's some time usage situations here that we should pay attention to. So let's see, where was it? The opening, okay, it was whatever. Right around here, there's a pretty big gap. And by the way, Grandmasters in OTB tournaments, they just sit and think. That's normal. There's nothing weird about that. But I wasn't there, so I couldn't see, like, was he thinking? Was he actually away from the board? Then he came back. But apparently what they said was, like, he would come back and he would play, like, quickly some really nice moves, right? Anyway, there's this moment in this one where we end up getting an opposite colored bishop ending, which usually is going to be really hard to win, probably going to lead to a draw. There are the 3 pawns here, and he's able to like play all these moves. Very rarely does he play the top move, but he's able to get the conversion and win the game. Okay, and I mean, just looking at the game, I feel like it's really hard to tell, which is why this is so scary, right? Because if people are smart about how they cheat, how are you going to know? Like, how are you going to know that he cheated here? There was nothing like incredibly amazing or awesome that happened. It's just a boring bishop ending that he's somehow is able to win because of the extra pawn. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. If you didn't catch him in the bathroom with the phone, how do you know? How do you know, right? And that's the thing. Like, when you're a strong player, you don't have to cheat on every move. You cheat on like 1 or 2 critical moments, you win the game. That's it. This is wild. Like, this is just unreal. What do you guys think? I'm gonna link the article. You can read it. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, Kramnik. This was before, by the way, that he was expelled from this tournament, right? This is Kramnik just saying like, hey, this is weird. Something is suspicious here. And then like the next tournament, he's expelled. I mean, Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do we have a solution to this problem? I don't really know. But yeah, there you go. Oh, by the way, if you want to get better at chess without using Stockfish, you should check out Breaking 1500. It's open this week, and you can learn how to play chess the right way without using the engine. Anyway, see you guys next time. Stay sharp, play smart, take care.